Hey everybody, it's Kevin and welcome back to my YouTube channel. I'm so glad you guys are all here. First of all, before we get started, I want to give a huge thank you to everyone who watched my last video. You guys, we've had almost 28,000 views on my third video, which just blows me away. I'm so incredibly grateful and thankful for all you guys watching. I have a huge audience in Morocco. Special hello to my friends there. I have so many people watching me there. I'm just so grateful because that's one of my favorite places on the planet. So I couldn't be more thrilled to have so many of you guys watching me there. And I'm coming for you soon, Morocco, so just get ready. Also, the Netherlands and Spain and all over Europe and, of course, the United States. So I'm really grateful for all the views, you guys. If you haven't seen that video, you can go back on my channel and catch it and let me know what you think. So here we are, you guys. It's the second week of August, and here in Tennessee, it's been a long, hot summer, like most places. I mean, we're not alone. It seems like it's been hot, whether you're in Europe, United States, or whatever. We've had a really brutal summer this year, and of course, that has been reflected in my garden, like I'm sure it has in all of yours. Whether you're growing flowers or vegetables or whatever, it's definitely been kind of more of a stressful year. But in spite of all that, there have been a lot of really beautiful things that have come about. So I thought I would just kind of give you a quick garden update and let you see what's going on, you guys. All right, let's take a look. And first, I'd like to give a shout out to Roxy, who's always with me in the garden, along with the red-spotted salamander and the two box turtles that roamed our garden all summer long. They were so much fun to watch. And of course, we had lots and lots of deer who ate lots and lots of flowers, much to my dismay. But in spite of the deer, there still were lots of flowers, like these double tiger lilies, which are always one of my favorites. And in the background, you can see the Musabaju cold hardy bananas that I've had for probably over a decade now. Every year my clump just gets bigger and bigger. And I had a few of my lilies still blooming. They always bloom the first 2 weeks of July, and is probably one of the most spectacular times in my garden, and definitely the most fragrant. This year I had lots of caladiums and begonias and impatiens in my planter boxes. Coleus are always a constant in my garden. I love the color that they provide all summer long, particularly in the fall and the end of summer when there aren't as many flowers blooming. My fern towers were gorgeous this year. I planted moonflowers in them, which you'll see a little later on. And of course I had lots of perennials, which the deer managed to ravage pretty severely this year. But that's gardening. But one of my favorites every year are the tree lilies which bloom. This is a variety called Scheherazade, which I love. The color pattern on this is spectacular, I think, and they smell absolutely heavenly. Tree lilies are always one of the grand show-offs in the garden. There's nothing that can be more majestic than a tree lily. I always love it when it rains in my garden, and so do my giant elephant ears. As most of the flowers fade at the end of summer, my garden starts to look a lot more tropical, with the caladiums and elephant ears and bananas and begonias all in full glory. But still there will always be a few flowers, like the daylilies, which are around my garden, and the black-eyed Susans, which are one of the last perennials to bloom. But as I say, it's the caladiums and the large leaf plants that become center stage as the flowers start to fade and fall starts to settle into the garden. Daylilies are always a highlight too in the garden. They give constant color with many different varieties of lilies as well, and the trumpet lilies, which were very pretty this year. Here's another shot of my tropical musabaju bananas. They look so pretty with the native ironweed, which is a local pollinator, which I love in the garden. I love the purple-blue hue of this plant, and it attracts so many butterflies and pollinators when it's blooming the end of August and 1st of September. My moonflowers that I planted in my fern towers were amazing this year, giving me so many huge white blossoms the size of your hand that open up and bloom at night. At the end of summer, I decided to make a quick trip home to check on my mom and to attend a family reunion in Carnegie, Oklahoma. So we jumped in the car and we drove just as fast as we could. It's always fun crossing the bridge over the Mississippi River and into Arkansas. I love it when you get to the end of the bridge and you can look back over the Mississippi and see the bright lights of Memphis on the other side of the shore. So we drove and we drove all through the night and into western Oklahoma. And before we knew it, we were in Oklahoma City. And then we drove on out to the Great Plains of western Oklahoma where I grew up. And before you know it, we were in Carnegie, Oklahoma. Hey everybody, I'm at my family reunion out in western Oklahoma, right outside of Carnegie, Oklahoma, on my mom's old farm that she grew up in. And so every couple of years, my cousins, my aunts and uncles, we all get together. We come out here to the old farmhouse where no one's really lived for quite a while, but we kind of try to keep it together. But it's a really fun weekend to see all my cousins and my aunts and uncles and everything. So I'm here visiting them. This year it's called GATORAID. Every year there's a theme, and so it's always kind of fun. I'll show you kind of what's going on around when we're here for GATORAID, the family reunion for the Aiken family in 2022. Including a crowning of Miss Possum Queen 2022. You don't want to miss that. All right. And here we have the elders of my family. That's my mom on the right, my Uncle Gene, my Aunt Mary, and my Aunt Nina. This year we were so lucky because my cousin Mason did this amazing mural on one of the barns. It's inspired by a local Native American artist, Crumbo. I'm going to be telling you a lot more about Crumbo, the artist, when I take you on an exhibit that I saw in Wichita recently. Mason did such a great job on this mural. We're so proud of you, Mason. If you want to follow him, there's a link in the description for his Instagram account. I expect great things from you. Way to go, Mason. We love the mural. And here you have Miss Possum Queen 2022, Aunt Nina. Natural. All right, let's go.
Don't think, just do. EDX.
Ooh, that was a good toss-out. Ooh.
That looked like...
Oh! Score! And here's Roxy getting acquainted with the youngest member of our family, Lauren. They had so much fun playing together. It was so cute. And this year we were super lucky because my cousin John Grant brought his vintage bi-wing plane so we could all have private rides around the farm. And this is downtown Carnegie, Oklahoma. You notice the old Liberty Theater there on the right. I'll tell you a lot more about that in a minute. But you can see it's one of the old great towns of western Oklahoma, still in existence today. This is the interior of the Liberty Theater, which is the oldest running theater in Oklahoma. It's famous for its show dogs, which people come from miles and miles around to eat and take in the $5 theater. It's such a great old classic theater. There aren't many like these left around in the country. We're so lucky to still have it going in Carnegie, Oklahoma. If you're around, you definitely want to try and see this place. And it wouldn't be summer in western Oklahoma without the classic sunflower, which is always one of my favorites at the end of summer. This year I took many seed pods home, and hopefully I'll have a few of these in my own garden next year. All right, everybody. Well, that's about a wrap for this video. Thank you so much for tuning in. I'm so grateful. Please like and subscribe so you can see my next video. Before I go, I'm going to say that I'm getting ready to do my first Q&A. So if you have any questions you want to ask me, this will be the time. Write it in the comments below, and I'll put a list together of the best questions. And I'm going to work on a Q&A for you guys soon. So you guys take it easy. Have a lot of fun, and I'll see you in the next video soon. Bye.